Hey everybody, Comp Model 26 back again tonight. Again, I'm continuing my reviews for Joyner's hot pepper powders. You can visit chris@heatmadesimple.com. Tonight I will be doing a white Bhut Jolokia, white ghost pepper. These are really cool looking pods. You know, you don't see too many whites out there, especially in the super hot realm. Now, I've had the pleasure of reviewing a white Bhut before. I did that with pepperlover.com, and what I noted out of that is that it's mild. It's a much milder pepper than a red Bhut Jolokia is, like in heat and in flavor as well. So we'll see how this one stacks up to that and how it compares. I'll give you a little quick, real quick shot of it here. Really nice creamy white. There's a lot of other red Bhuts floating around there that don't ripen to white. They'll like start off at a real light green, and they'll just eventually end up coming back to red. But these start out real light green as well, but they ripen right to this creamy white color. But here, let's pop the stem off and get it started. Fair amount of placenta in this guy. Not a whole lot of seeds. Got your typical Bhut Naga smell to it. Fairly strong chinent smell. A little bit less pronounced than a red Bhut, which is to be expected out of these, but has a hint of sweetness in the smell. We'll see if that translates to taste. So here's what we got on the inside here. Give you a quick inside shot there. Not a lot of placenta on this one. Not really a lot of oil in it. Again, I expect these to be a lot milder than your typical Bhut, or your typical red Bhut anyway. Even more so, even milder than a yellow Bhut as well. Come on, let's get a focus here. There we are. Fairly decent amount of placenta on that one. Again, not very many seeds. Put the camera back up here. I'll get this started. Sweet. A lot sweeter than the one that I had from pepperlover.com. Very sweet. Good flavor. That was a really good flavor to it. Clear out all the bits out of my teeth here. Of course, I got some stuck on my gum. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Very sweet flavor right out the gate. Very sweet. It does have that. It does have a Naga Bhut flavor. But again, as I said in my previous review of these, that it is a very mild. It's a much milder take on that. So if you have issues with the Bhut Jolokia flavor, you might like this a little bit better because it doesn't come off to you quite as strong. But that sweetness, I was not expecting that. Most Bhuts and Nagas aren't overly sweet, and the white that I did last year for my review for pepperlover.com didn't have near that amount of sweetness, but this had a ton of sugary taste in my mouth. I mean, it was really sweet explosion in my mouth. Very good. Sorry, still trying to get this out of my teeth. Really annoying. Well, let's see, the heat. The heat is mainly focused on my salivary glands, back of my tongue into my throat. Not terribly strong right now. Still can't get over that sweetness. That was a big surprise to me. A pleasant surprise nonetheless. Again, it's still staying mainly focused on my salivary glands. The heat that I feel on my tongue and on my back of my throat is not nearly as intensified as it is on my salivary glands right now. Excuse me. Still building, but it's still a very mild heat thus far. I wouldn't even put. I'd say it's maybe on a habanero level right now, but it's still building, so I don't expect it to stop at that level. Very, very good pod. You could make a really good powder, especially with that sweetness factor. That would be really, really good. I think what would be really cool is to mix a bunch of white pods with a bunch of browns, and maybe you can almost get a dark brown maybe. And then you can almost get like a salt and pepper look to it. Just a theory. I've never seen it actually happen like that, and it may not meld in that well or not. I'm not sure. But you could pair these white Bhut Jolokias with those that chocolate Moruga strain 1, and you'd have a very sweet powder. It'd be really, really good. Pretty tasty. And it wouldn't be an overpowering heat that you would get out of that. Heat has leveled off. It is hotter than a habanero. Not much hotter though. I'd say I would call this a pretty low heat as far as a super hot would be concerned. Honestly, I wouldn't consider it a super hot level heat, but very flavorful pod nonetheless. Very, very good. I really enjoyed that flavor. I don't think this even got as hot as that that chocolate Moruga Scorpion did. That's the chocolate Moruga Scorpion #1. Be really hard pressed to say that is hotter than that one. Yeah. I mean, the heat's on its way down. It's not a very long-lasting heat. Of course, I don't know how long I've been going on this review, but it doesn't feel like I've been going very long. But yeah, heat's on its way down. I don't know what else I can say about it. Low heat, good flavor, it'd be a really good pod to make some powders with. I'm gonna grow this variety out next year. I got seeds from Judy, so I'm gonna be growing some white Bhut Jolokias from her stock next year, and I hope they can be as sweet as this one. I'm not sure where Chris got his seeds from, but yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, because like I said, the heat's on its way down already. Good. It's a low heat, low level heat for a super hot, and very, very good flavor to it. That was really good. So I've only got 2 more peppers left to do. I've got the 7-pot SR and the Naga Mort. So stay tuned and see which one Natalie picks out for me tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thanks.